Train smarter, not longer. Cardio is not the enemy, but strength training is the solution. If you're trying to lose body fat and gain muscle at the same time, and you want to know if that's possible or if it's for you or how to do it, this is the episode for you. So grab your coffee and let's get into it.
Let's fire them up. Strength training. That's where it's at.
Yes. And
strong is sexy.
I think that there's a time and place for, like, I call that a recomp. When you're trying to lose body fat and gain muscle at the same time, I think there is a time and place for that. You know, I think it is. I actually like to do that with new clients because it's easier to get them to buy into the long journey of a build and a cut and all of that by giving them some quick wins right off the bat.
Yeah.
And you do that by letting them like go into a small deficit and build muscle at the same time initially. So they get those quick wins and then they learn through that process to kind of buy into what it's going to take to really get them to their goals. But you can absolutely lose body fat and gain muscle at the same time. It's just a slower process. But I'm going to explain to you who is the ideal candidate for that. But before we get into it, make sure you're subscribed to us here on YouTube. Follow us on Candidly with Candidly _ with coffee on Instagram, and leave us a comment because we'd really appreciate interacting with you in the comments. Also, leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. We'd really appreciate that as well. Now, yeah, let's dive into it. Let's dive into putting on losing body fat, gaining muscle at the same time. Do you want to know the first time that I ever did that, like really did that, was when I started working out with Matt.
Yeah.
So I was 35 years old, and I wanted to get lean. And I didn't know what I was doing. I just told him this is what I want. But what we did was a recomp. What we did was he immediately put me a strength training on progressive overload with a lot of protein. So that's to build muscle. And then he put me in a calorie deficit, and that's to lose body fat. So that's how you have to do those two things at the same time. Here's the thing. The deficit has to be small because you have to have enough energy for the progressive overload part. Or what you're really going to be doing is maintaining muscle and losing body fat, which a lot of people, they think they're in a recomp, and that's actually what they're doing.
They're not. Because you need extra energy to push more weights.
Right.
That's basically what a progressive overload is. You're either doing more reps with the weight you're currently doing, or you're pushing more weights each week and progressing, getting stronger.
Right.
And you can't do that on a caloric deficit. It's hard.
It's hard to do it. But let me tell you who can do it. If somebody has never lifted strength training, like an actual strength training, not F45, Orange Theory, aerobics, water size, like whatever, actual strength training, progressive overload. If they've never done that, they're the perfect candidate for that because they will gain muscle very quickly. You will shock your body. Will go, whoa, she's strength training. It'll like fire everything up.
Newbie gains.
They call it newbie gains.
Mm-hmm.
It will work, and it will work well. That's what happened with me, I believe, because I never really did a good progressive overload program. And that's why I was able to, in a short period of time, shed a lot of body fat and gain muscle. Because I hadn't been in a calorie deficit. I wasn't in a prolonged calorie deficit going into that. So I had a nice, healthy metabolism.
Yeah.
I was eating a lot. And I had never done progressive overload. So the good news is, if you are someone that you're trying to get it together, but you really do nothing. You eat a lot and you don't strength train. Don't waste that opportunity. Do it right. Get a coach who's going to help you to maximize that. Because like I've had a lot of new clients come to me recently. I've been onboarding some new clients, and I love it when they say, look, I don't do anything right now. I've been YOLO, eating to my heart's content, and I haven't strength trained in years. I'm like, perfect. Let's find out where your maintenance is. Yep. And if your maintenance is at a nice, healthy place right now, if you're eating like 2,500 calories and kind of maintaining you're losing and gaining the same 5 pounds, then you're in a sweet spot. We can go ahead and give you a little deficit. at a progressive overload program, and you're going to lose body fat and you're going to gain muscle at the same time. Now, if someone comes to me and they're already working out, they think they're doing progressive overload, even if it's not super effective, but they've been dieting for a long time. They can't seem to get to their goal weight. They haven't lost weight. Their calories are at 1,400 calories. They're working out. They're walking 10,000 steps. You cannot lose fat and gain muscle at the same time.
There's nowhere to go.
It's not going to work for you.
You're at the bottom. There's nowhere to go. You got to go back up.
So not
in calories.
Everybody, you have to prime yourself to be able to do that. Now, you can do that if you, like, for example, I'm in my road to 50 right now. I went through a 4-month build. Now I'm on about a 3-month cut. After that cut, I'm going to reverse diet into maintenance. And if you haven't watched that episode, watch that episode. We talked about reverse dieting. I'm going to reverse diet into maintenance. In maintenance, for me, can I continue to progressive overload and potentially put on muscle? Yes, I can. Busy women, this one's for you. My Thrive in 3 program was designed specifically for women in midlife who want to build muscle, stay strong, and feel amazing. You don't have to spend hours in the gym. You'll get a simple, effective 3-day strength training split with both home and gym options, so you can fit it into your lifestyle no matter what. The workouts are only 30 minutes. And they're powerful enough to help you see real results in strength, muscle tone, and confidence. If you're ready for as easy to follow workouts that keep you thriving in midlife, the Thrive in 3 program is waiting for you. Because of the reverse diet I did, because of the build I did to get me to high calories, my maintenance calories are still sitting nice and high. That I'm in a good position to build muscle. It will be slower than when I was in a calorie surplus, but I will still, in a slow way, over time, be able to build muscle and maintain my body fat, even potentially lose body fat if I needed to. But you have to be ready for whatever phase it is that you want. You can't pick it. It is where you are at, and you have to have an experienced coach figure out where that is for you.
Yeah, you can't guess it. No guessing game. There's strategy behind it. There's coaching behind it. Because everybody's just trying to guess, think they know where they're at, and they don't know.
Right.
They're trying to play guessing game.
Yeah, and if you don't, do you not know where you're at? Put your stats in the comments.
Yeah.
Tell me, like, what's your weight? What's your goal? What are you currently doing? Where are your calories currently at? And I'll reply with, my feedback. So comment and I'll give you some feedback, or join a live. If you ever see us go on like YouTube Live, join a live and give us your feedback there. Give us your information, and I can give you an assessment based on the information you provide. Keep in mind, it's high level, not super, granular, because I don't know you. I'm not working with you, but I can give you my best guess. I've coached thousands of women. You have to know where you're at. Like, I like to start new clients with the quick wins. I like to put them into a small calorie deficit and a progressive overload to gain muscle if they're there. If you're coming in and your calories are high enough. If you're coming in and you've been eating 1,500 calories and you can't lose any weight, can't do that. There's nowhere to go for you. What am I going to do? Give you 1,000? It's not going to work. You're going to lose muscle. You're going to be tired. Your hair's going to fall out.
You're going to be miserable.
You're
going to be snapping at everybody.
Yeah, terrible.
Tired.
And then what? You're going to lose 10 pounds that way. What if you have 30 pounds to lose? What are we going to do?
No. Your metabolism is going to halt. It's going to go, it's going to stop you.
Yeah.
So like, nope.
You can, so the key to, if you're in a good spot. So if you eating a good amount of calories, and your deficit is not too low, you can put a small deficit on it if you're okay with slower fat loss, but small deficit, and really focus on training effectively, progressive overload. Also, this is where nutrition timing can really help. Because if you time your meals around fueling the workout and then refueling your glycogen after the workout for recovery, you're going to maximize the ability to gain muscle on lower calories, on a small deficit calories. You can really maximize. Because remember, if you're in a deficit, you're going to be a little lower energy than if you were in a surplus. It's like running on a low gas tank. But if you kind of strategically plan your workout around your meal times, then you can kind of maximize your energy. And the most energy you can have in that workout, the better the effectiveness of the workout's going to be.
So true. You want to have energy for a good workout.
Yeah.
You don't want to go in there dragging, just tired. Like every set just feels like you're not. What I'm trying to say is when you're working out, if you're not waking up after like 10, 15 minutes, you're like, all right, I got my second win. I'm ready to go. You're still dragging that whole workout. Your energy is off. And you'll feel it through the whole workout. You'll be white knuckling and it sucks. You're not enjoying it.
Yeah. And prioritizing sleep, not trying to do a workout on a poor night's sleep. That's not going to work.
Might as well just rest.
When you look at your calendar and when you're trying to figure out when you're going to get your workouts in, pick time slots that you're at your best energy-wise. Because remember, you have to be even more strategic when you are trying to put on muscle when you don't have the calories on board to support that. You have to do everything in your power to get the most out of that workout, even though you're consuming lower calories. That's going to give you the best shot at potentially putting on muscle while you are simultaneously losing body fat. Because it's not an easy thing to do, but it is absolutely possible if you're strategic and you have a good plan. Usually, it's not that you don't have, people are putting forth good effort a lot of times, but they just don't have the right strategy.
They don't have the strategy.
Because right off the bat, I feel like when people want to lose weight, they think lots of workouts.
Yes. Lots of I got to run or
they want to run. They want to do Orange Theory. They want to do HIIT classes. They want to do
cardio.
HIIT. They want to do cardio.
Yeah.
They want to do all the things, and you will spin your wheels. My body, actually, I was sharing my some pictures with my cousin last night, and I was showing her the picture of what I took as my before picture when I started my menopause cut after I realized I was in menopause. And by the time I took the picture, I had already lost about 5 pounds. So I was 128 pounds in that picture. I'm 128 pounds right now. I look completely different than the picture of when I was in menopause at 128 pounds. My body looked completely different. During that time, I was doing 5 Orange Theory classes a week. 5. Sometimes more, because sometimes I'd go back and do their strength. Sometimes up to 7 classes a week. I was the most skinny fat I'd ever been in my life. I had cellulite over my legs. My arms were super skinny, not muscular at all. And I was the same weight than I was in the after picture. I did a comparison shot and I was showing it to her and she's like, that's crazy. How is that even possible? And when I was talking to her, I realized how many people still don't believe how these things are possible. They don't understand.
They don't get it.
They don't get it at all.
And then they're wondering, like, I'm doing everything under the sun, coach. I don't know. I'm 2 hours of cardio. I'm doing all these classes. I can't seem to lose the weight.
And that's the
very
problem.
common.
That's the problem. You're doing everything under the sun. It doesn't require everything under the sun.
No, it doesn't.
It requires recovery.
Yep.
Recovery is just as important as the workout itself.
It is.
Because the building doesn't happen during the workout.
No.
Your body builds the lean tissue during recovery.
Yep. That's so true.
People don't prioritize recovery. It's so funny because
they overlook it.
I'll put my client, I'm like, listen, I only want you to do 8,000 steps and I want you to do 3 days of strength training. And they'll be like, okay, so on the days I'm not strength training, I'm going to do Pilates. I'm like, no, I want you to just strength train. On the days you're not doing strength training, guess what you're going to be doing? Recovering. You're recovering. They want to fill everything because they feel like they should be doing something.
Yep.
And they feel like it should feel like they're running a marathon.
They think more is better, and it's not. Less is better, especially when it comes to building muscle. Recovery is very important. It's overlooked.
Right.
And women, I think, aren't as bad as men, but men overdo it. Men think they have to go to the gym 7 days a week. There's a dude on Instagram. There's a dude on Instagram. He's bragging about, I think he's gone for like 2 years straight without missing a day. And he's proud about that. And he's like, recovery is overrated and you're going to recover when you die. Like, bro, that's the wrong message you're sending, bro. Your body needs to recover.
You have to recover.
You're not superhuman.
No, your body will shut down. It won't start. It won't. You have to focus. If you want, especially like we're trying to talk about like losing body fat and gaining muscle, you're literally finding like, what do they call? Mind Pump calls it the Goldilocks.
Yeah.
They called it like the Goldilocks. You're literally finding like the perfect sweet spot of just enough calories, but not too little, not too much, just right, like the porridge in the Goldilocks.
Yep.
And once you find like that it takes a lot of strategy. It's actually harder to find that true sweet spot than it is to just go into a build and then go into a cut.
Yeah.
It actually takes more effort. You have to be more strategic with meal timing. You have to be a little patient with tracking results because it's harder to track results. You don't get the PRs as fast. You're not able to like measure progress as easily. If you're gaining muscle and losing body fat at the same time, the scale doesn't move, but you're not feeling that much stronger. It's harder. It's actually harder, but people, that's what they want to do. And it's a slower process to get to where you want to go.
Yeah.
It's actually a better strategy to just build and then cut so that you have one thing to focus on, and then you know exactly how you're going to measure your progress on that one thing. And at the end of it, it'll actually be a faster way to your goal, but it won't feel like it because you have to go, it's like you have to go up before you go down.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel like it, but ultimately the path is faster from A to Z. It just feels slower initially. But getting people to buy into that is the hard part.
It is. Because people want fast results.
Yeah. So a lot of, and honestly, that's one of the biggest reason I did it on myself is because I want people to see it in real time.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot easier, like you always say, telling ain't teaching.
That's true.
You got to show, right?
Show 'em.
So I'm showing with myself so that you can see what I'm talking about. As a menopausal woman on my way to 50 years old, that the better way to go was a build and then a cut.
Way better. And the best part about it is you're like, I got to enjoy what I wanted to eat.
Yeah.
Without stressing.
Yeah.
Or the biggest thing I think you got out of all this is you finally broke out of the prison of your mind and worrying about the number on the scale.
100%.
Could you imagine if women could break out of that mentally?
Well, I can.
Two things.
Because I have.
Two things. The food demons, gone. The food noise, and the scale.
Yeah.
You could eliminate those two things in your life. Your life's going to be that much better. Because people wake up, I think, every day. I can't speak for men, but I'm pretty sure women this way, because I trained a lot of clients, is they're always obsessed over the scale, that number. And they step on it every day. And they close their eyes hoping that it moves a little bit.
They measure their mood and how they're going to feel about the day based on the number of the scale.
Yes.
I can finally tell you at 49 years old, almost 50 years old, that I don't have that fear anymore. It's gone. It is gone.
What did you say? 128-pound Janine, menopausal, a lot of body fat, skinny fat. 128-pound Janine, a lot more muscle.
But even more, besides that, besides what it looks like, besides what the number is, besides the fact that if it goes up because I built muscle, whatever, even if it goes up because I decided to enjoy Disneyland and eat 3,000 calories, even if it goes up because I went on a vacation and it went up, I gained 3 pounds because I was like enjoying myself.
Yeah.
Not even that weight would scare me anymore because I'm like, it's just body fat. It can come off. I know how to take it off. I just take it off.
People act like it's stuck on you forever.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, I gained a couple pounds of body fat. It's over now. Now I'm just going to forget it. I'm going to eat like an asshole now. I ruined it. You didn't do nothing. You barely did any damage.
That's what I mean. Like it's I truly broke up with the fear of the scale going up. In the process of it going up for the right way, right, during my build, I got so desensitized to the number that it literally does not bother me. Like I was at the doctor and I had my hat on, I had my clothes, I had my slides on. I was so like out of it because I'd been fasting for my colonoscopy and stuff. And she's like, she wanted to get my weight. She goes, oh, do you want to like take off? I'm like, nah. I stepped on with all that stuff on. Before, I kid you not, I would be at the doctor, even if I had like a hair clip in my hair or like my watch on my wrist, I would want to take it off so that
you're stripping everything off.
So that I make sure that it's the lowest possible number.
Yeah.
I did not, not 1 ounce of me cared that there was a higher number because I was wearing all my things. And that felt so good.
Liberating.
It did. It was liberating. It was liberating.
And this is what we're trying to tell you guys, all you ladies that need to get to this place, because that feels so liberating, so free.
It does. It feels
Because
good.
we've been just too fixated on the scale for too many years
Mm-hmm.
now, too many decades. It shouldn't dictate how you feel. It shouldn't dictate how your day starts.
No.
Because you're mad at the number. So
Because-
what? It went up a little bit. Water weight, it fluctuates. Who cares? So what? You gain a little bit of body fat. It can come right off.
Yeah. And it comes from, that freedom comes from confidence and knowledge and execution.
Yes.
It comes with like you knowing and trusting in the process, trusting in your knowledge, trusting in your coach that you're like, I'm good.
We got
Like,
this.
I'm good.
No
This
big
is
deal.
good. I know where this is leading. I'm doing what I need to do. And I know that I'm going to get to where I want to be. And it's a really good feeling. It is a really good feeling.
Freedom.
Strength preserves muscle during a cut and drives body recomposition. So that's why it is important to really focus on strength training when you're cutting. And like I said, if you find that Goldilocks area, you might get lucky and actually do both at the same time. But is that ideal? I don't know. You got to figure that out for you. You got to really figure out like what are you willing to do, and what do you want the results to be? Do your actions line up with what ultimately your goal is? But on the next episode, we are going to talk about mindset. We're going to talk about switching your mindset so that it makes your cut work. What mindset do you need to have when you're going into a cut, and what you can do to strengthen that so that ultimately, you end up in the best place. It's going to be a good episode, so we'll see you then.
Stay tuned.